Hi, friends. Hi. I have been putting this off until the actual literal last possible minute because I don't know how to say everything that I want to say. It doesn't feel like it's happening, doesn't feel real, but it's happening. I know some of you just want me to get to the point, so I will, and then I'll expand upon it. I am sad. No, I am leaving this channel behind, and I will not be making any more music reactions. There's a lot of reasons why, and I'm gonna go into those reasons. But first and foremost, for those of you who just wanted that and are gonna peace out, which is so valid, thank you for the past 5 years of insanity. It's been wild and incredible and amazing, and I will go into more of that in a minute. I have a semi outline, but like I don't know, I feel like this isn't happening right now. I need to like focus up, girl, focus up. Yeah, I've made the decision to stop making music reactions, and it's weird because this is a decision that's been kind of happening in my brain for a long time now. And I think the reason it took so long for me to actually lock in and make the final decision is because I didn't want to do it. I knew that the right thing for me to do was to let this channel go and to move on, but I don't think I ever wanted to. Like, I think that's why it took me so long to like finally figure this out. There's a lot of reasons why. And I think the first one is that I've changed. And that's honestly the biggest reason why. There's a lot of music reaction channels on YouTube, and I think everyone brings a different perspective. You have the vocalists, you have the writers, the producers, people who just absolutely adore music with every fiber of their being, aka Steven and Stereo. You have all these people that bring different perspectives, and I think the perspective that I brought, which I had a long time figuring out what I brought because I didn't know why people were here for so long, but I think the perspective that I was bringing was the fangirl perspective. This chaotic, excited energy over these artists who I was like crazily obsessed with. I have an obsessive personality, in case that wasn't obvious to anybody, but I think that was what I brought to my music reactions, and I think that's something that within music I've just grown out of a little bit. I still love my favorite artists, I still love music, but I don't feel that same fangirl kind of energy anymore when I sit down to film these. I think the two artists that bring it out of me the most still are Five Sauce and Taylor Swift. Like, those two still bring out a little bit of that fangirl energy from a couple years ago. But I think now when I sit down to film, I don't feel like I have much to bring to the table anymore, and I think that my passion for creating these videos has just dwindled. And the reality is, like, with a job like this, like, a lot of times you gotta tough it out and it's work, right? And you gotta do your job. But the thing with a job like this is that if you lose the passion, like, there's almost a bit of honesty that you're losing as well, because I never want to sit here and like try to be something that I'm not, try to feel something that I'm not. And I think that's started to happen recently. Now I'm gonna get emo. And I don't love that, because this place has been, like, this journey that I've been on for the past 5 years has been the most insane thing that I never ever thought would be a reality. Like, I never in a million years expected this. I remember in 2019 when I was talking to one of my friends, and he said to me, "What is your dream job? Imagine you could do literally anything." And I was like, well, my dream job, like, would be YouTube, but like, obviously that would never happen. And that was in 2019, and then 2020 it just like happened. And I I didn't know why, and it's still like really bizarre to think that all these people have supported me here, and I there's no part of me that can ever express the kinds of incredible life changes that I've experienced because of the people who chose to support me here. That's insane. That's so crazy to me, and it is not lost to me that this was the catalyst for everything else. I know that this came first. This was like the birth of my existence on the internet in a semi-significant way. The thing is that this was the beginning. Music was the start, because I used to have this insane passion for not even necessarily just the music, but like the fandom culture. I used to be like such a fangirl on Stan Twitter, like all of those things, and I'm not anymore. And I think as I started to grow out of that, I looked for other places on the internet to exist, and I have found a lot of different places that I exist. And the reality is that I have more passion for those other places. Like, I'll just be really honest with you. This, of all the things I do now, this one has just, my heart hasn't been in it for a little bit. And I feel like some of you guys are going to say, yeah, I could tell. My editing took a dip, and like, I just don't feel the same heart for it anymore. And I don't want to sit here and try and muster up these feelings that I don't feel for the sake of filming something that then doesn't feel honest. And that's honestly the biggest reason why I've made this decision. The other reason does come with the fact that I do exist in a lot of other places on the internet, and this is not an advertisement for those things, but I'm not leaving the internet in its entirety. I'm still gonna be really freaking all over the place. I still have She's Scared, which is a horror reaction channel. I will still be there. Streaming on Twitch, that was like kind of the big turning point. Like, I love streaming on Twitch. It is so much fun. I love playing games over there. It's the most connected I've ever felt to my audience because I'm literally chatting like in real time with people, and like that is like my favorite thing, and I want to put so much energy into that this coming year. I also have a podcast now called I'd Survive that I do with my friend Cassie, and that is another like very time consuming but like thing that I'm like really passionate about because it's horror, and like these are the things that like my heart is really in right now. With my heart being so in those things, I've put too much on my plate, per usual. I tend to do that. And my time being split between all of these different things was starting to become me not being able to put my all into anything. And things were kind of falling off everywhere. And that was another part of why I decided to finally let go of this channel. And again, this is something I probably should have done months ago, but I could not bring myself to do it because it's like losing a little piece of my heart right now. And it's really weird and strange, and I don't think it'll feel real for a while. Music has also just become so overwhelming. I think when I first started, my tastes were so narrow. I had the most narrow tastes, the most narrow basic white girl tastes, and this channel expanded my music knowledge and tastes, and like just it's been such a great experience for that reason. But because of that, it's become 10 times more overwhelming. The more music I've listened to, the more I feel I need to keep up with, and the more I have people being like, what about this, and this? And anytime I missed an album, it was like, why do you hate this person? And it is really overwhelming. And honestly, that's not a big part of why I'm stepping away from here, but I will admit that from the perspective of a music reaction channel who is friends with many other music reaction channels, I'm gonna ask you to do one thing for me. Please be nice to the other music reaction channels out there, because they're doing their dang bestest, okay? I know it can be frustrating when you want something from somebody, and I know a lot of people don't have any malice behind begging for reactions to this, that, and the other thing, but like, just please be nice to my friends on the internet. They're doing their best, and it's just very stressful when you have a lot of people asking for this and that when you've just finished putting your all into something else. And that, again, that's not a big part of me leaving at all, but it is something that I just, if I can ask you to do one thing for me, it's just please be kind to my friends, because I love them and I don't want them to be stressed and overwhelmed because they're beautiful, amazing people. And that's the other thing that people have met because of this. Okay, I'm not gonna get emo. I'm doing my best right now. Can you tell? Yeah, the fellow music reaction people have been freaking amazing. Shout out, like, specifically Steven and Ashley, like, two people that were so instrumental in me growing here, because like Ashley was the #1 inspiration for me in creating my reactions to begin with, and then Steven was huge in guiding me through the Patreon process, and then I've just received tidbits from literally everybody, and like just being able to bond with other reaction channels. I'm not gonna start naming them because I'll forget like one person, then I'll feel terrible about it, but you know who they are, like all the incredible music reaction people out there. I love them, and I wish them the best, and go make sure you're supporting them. And the one thing I will say that I'm like excited about, this might sound crazy, I'm excited about in leaving this channel behind, is that I'm gonna be able to listen to so many albums that I've been putting off for so long. Because here's the thing, the entire time I've had this channel, so 5 straight years of me feeling guilty listening to music, not sitting in front of a camera. So there have been so many albums where I'm like, ooh, want to listen to that, but what if I film a reaction to it someday? So I won't listen to it. You know, there's so many that I'm so excited to listen to, and I'll probably like share my thoughts on them like on Instagram stories and stuff, because like I'm still gonna want to share some thoughts on music, you know? And also I'll probably be like making more Spotify playlists and such now that like there's still gonna be a part of me that wants to like create something within music, but yeah, I can't wait to listen to so many albums. I think that's all I have to say. I'm probably forgetting things because again, I tried to like write out my thoughts and like it was just overwhelming. I just want people to know that it's not lost on me that everything that I have, everything that I am right now is so entirely thanks to everyone who's ever supported me. The number of people that have been here, that have, whether you like stopped in for a hot minute and or you stuck around all these years, or you were here for one artist, like all of that support has just like been the most meaningful thing in the world to me. And I can't ever thank you enough for these past 5 years. It's been such an insane journey. The opportunities that I've had because of it, it means the world to me. This really doesn't feel real. I don't think it's gonna feel real for a minute. And, ooh, my tummy hurts. Thank you guys for everything. And maybe I'll see some of you in other places on the internet, but if I don't, I wish you the best in everything that you do in life. And I wish you the best future and all the love in the world. And thank you. Thank you guys. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Can't say I'll see you in the next one. That's weird. How do I finish a video? Thanks, friends. I love you. Bye.